Problems on particle equilibrium. Here is a question. Two cables are tied together at C and are loaded as shown in this figure. Find the tension in cable AC and in cable BC. So here in this problem, the weight 400 Newton is supported with the help of these two cables such that here at C, point C is in equilibrium. So since at point C it is in equilibrium, we can draw the free body diagram for point C and then solve for the unknowns. Let us analyze the problem now by drawing free body diagram. Consider this cable AC here. So if we draw the free body diagram for the cable AC like this A C. Now this cable AC is in tension, means it is tight. So that implies here at point A, cable AC is in contact with this hinge at A. So this hinge at A will pull this cable AC in this direction. Similarly, this cable AC is in contact with this point C here, and this point C will pull this cable AC in this direction. Thereby, this cable will be in tension. That is, it is tight. Let us say the tension in tension in cable AC is T1. Then this is T1. This is T1. So in one cable there exists only one tension. So this is T1 and this is T1. Similarly, now if you see this cable BC here, so at B, the cable BC is in contact with this hinge at B. So for the cable to be in tension, so this hinge will pull this cable BC in this direction. Similarly, a point C here will pull this cable BC in this direction. Thereby, cable BC is tight and it will be in tension. Let us say the tension in cable BC is T2. T2, T2. It's all only one cable B to C. So there exists only one tension. Say that is T2. Cable AB, AC T1, cable BC tension is T2. Now coming to this point and let us draw this free body diagram for this weight 400 Newton. So this 400 Newton, its weight is acting vertically downward toward the center of the earth, and now this 400 Newton is supported with the help of this small cable or small thread. Let us say this tension in this one is some T3. So this thread will pull this weight upward, that is the T3, for this to be in equilibrium. Now coming to point C, let us draw the free body diagram for point C. Here is the C. See, as this from Newton's third law, for every action there exists equal and opposite reaction. As this cable AC is pulled by point C this direction, at the same time cable AC also pulls this point C in the opposite direction according to Newton's third law. So if T1 is the force exerted by the point C on AC in this direction, then AC cable will also exert same force T1 on point C in opposite direction. That implies if T1 is acting this direction, then here T1 will be this direction. Similarly, here point C is pulling this cable BC this direction. Again from Newton's third law, cable BC also pulls this point C in the opposite direction. If T2 is the force exerted by C on cable BC, then At the same time, this T2 same force but in the opposite direction is the force exerted by BC on point C. Similarly, now for this small thread to be in tension, so as this is T3 acting upward, this must be downward. This angle here is 50, so this angle here also, this will also become 50, so that implies this angle is 50. Similarly, this angle is here is 30, so here this angle also will become 30. That implies this angle here is 30, and T3 here is acting vertically downward. Now, if you consider this free body diagram for this weight of 400 Newton, here this weight is not moving in the y direction, so net weight or net force in y direction is equal to 0 for this body here. The body is not moving in y direction, so net force in y direction must be equal to 0, and there are only forces acting along y direction. Now if we take upward as positive, downward as negative, it will become T3 acting upward, so it is plus T3, and this one is acting downward, it will become minus 400 Newton equal to 0, so that is T3 is equal to 400 Newton. Now coming to this, here we have this T1, T2 are inclined, so let us resolve this one. So now this point here is C. T2 is making an angle 30. Its two components are, one is this, another one is this, and it is T2 is acting away from this point C, so both the components also must act away. And here T2 is making an angle 30 with this component, it will become cos component, so this is T2 cos 30, and other will become sine component, T2 sine 30. And coming to this one, T1, it is here in the second quadrant, so its two components are, one is this, other is this, and here also the direction of this T1 is away from this point C, so both the components also must act away from the point C. And here this T1 is making an angle 50 with this component, so that implies this component will become cos component, so that is the T1 cos 50, and other will become sine component, T1 sine 50, and T3 anyway acting vertically downward. So now we have resolved all the forces. We have resolved all the forces acting on the body along x and y direction. Now we can write this point C is an equilibrium, so we can write that net force equal to 0. That implies sigma fx equal to 0, and sigma fy equal to 0. This point C is not moving along x direction, so summation of x components of all the forces acting on the point is equal to 0. Similarly, the point C is not moving along y direction, so summation of y components of all the forces acting on the point C equal to 0. So these are the free body diagrams. Free body diagram means it's a diagram showing the body with all the forces acting on it. That is, the body is in contact with some other body, so replace those other bodies with those forces, and if we show the full body with the forces, then that diagram is called as the free body diagram. Basically means free body diagram means the body is free from the contact bodies, and they are shown by the effect of the contact bodies is shown by their forces. Now writing sigma fx, so here again positive x direction as plus, negative x direction as negative, so it will become T2 cos 30 plus, and T1 cos 30 is acting this direction, so it is minus T1 cos 50 is equal to 0, and this is the say equation 1, and now write for sigma of phi equal to 0. So that is t1 sin 50 plus t2 sin 30 minus t3 is equal to 0. And now T3 is equal to 400 Newton. So substituting here, T1 sin 50, T2 sin 30 is equal to T3, that is equal to 400 Newton. Equation 1 and equation 2. Solving for 1 and 2, we get now T1 is equal to, so there are two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, two unknowns T1 and T2. Solving for these two equations, we get T1 351.75 Newton and T2 261.08 Newton.